later on, if there is anybody wants to refer to it, we can refer again. Um, um,
Mm.
um, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Devo Maheshwaraha Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvighna Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kaparupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada Om Srimatre Namaha. Okay,
Mm.
so let us quickly first, I think we should do a round of introductions, just at least. And the videos on, please. Amit, Sita, videos on.
Hari Om.
Hari Om, Shyamji. Prem, quick
Hariom,
introduction. ನೀ ಯಾರು
Sita
ಹೆಂಗೆ
Lakshmi.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಸೀತಾ ಅಲ್ಲ ಪ್ರೇಮ್ ಕ್ವಿಕ್ 1 minute.
Ah, this is Prem from some south, down south, Tamil Nadu.
ತಮಿಳ್ನಾಡು ನಮ್ಮ
Nothing about
பெரிய
us.
இடம்.
We will see in our group track.
So Prem was there for the Chardham Yatra, and he joined our Yatra. We walked up to Gomukh, and then we went to the other dhams. So Prem has come on a trek earlier with me. He has been to Shabarimala with me also earlier. Um, he is in the Edam Perna, Prem?
Kamakshilas.
No, Gramam,
Muthupet,
Muthupete.
Rural district.
So he's from there. So he will have to. He's got to travel. He has got the most complex travel. So he has got to come to Chennai, and then from Chennai he will. And his flight got cancelled. So we are rebooking his flights. So that is Prem. Sundaramanji, 2-line introduction, please.
Namaskaram. I'm Peri Sundararaman Ramamurthy. I live in Mumbai.
So, okay, if you're going to leave it to me, then I will have to do all the introductions. So, Sundaramanji is employed with the Bombay Stock Exchange. He is Devi Upasakar himself. And, and he has been very, very blessed by Periva, who visited his house in the recent visit to Mumbai. So, blessed soul. We are fortunate to have him in our yatra. Anand, quick one, 2 minutes, please. Amit, dual login.
Hello?
Yes,
Am I audible?
Anand. Yes, perfectly audible.
Yes, good evening, everyone. My name is Anand. I am from Mumbai and I work with Reliance Retail. I'm in a category management function there. Been with the group for a while now and very interested in this Kailash Yatra. And as soon as I got to know about this, have immediately reached out to Mr. Samir Parekh because I came to know he was organizing. I'm really looking forward to this yatra, this trek. And I think especially the lake and this whole prospect of trekking, I find it very exciting. I'm looking forward to it and hope to meet you all and have a nice time. Hello. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Anand. Shyam, quick two lines, please.
Hari Om. My name is Shyam Bhatt. I live in Hyderabad. I used to work for a software company. I have retired now. My wife Shailaja had done the Kailash Yatra last year with Samir and others. And I myself did it in 2019. So this will be my second Yatra. I'm looking forward to attending with all of you.
So Shyam is very, very active, physically also, mentally also, both very, very active. He is also a biker. If that is the correct definition for what you do, because it's, I don't know, the bike includes engined bikes as well as those driven by two legs.
Yes,
He
yes,
uses
both,
both.
both,
He uses both.
both.
Uh, so Shyam has again close friend. As 2019, we were together in the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. So Priya, quick introduction.
Hari Om, Namaskaram, everyone. I'm Dr. Priya. So I have been on various yatras with Samir Anna. Tapovan Gaumuk is where I actually met Anna. And subsequently Panchakedar and, various other yatras. Last year I was blessed to go to Kailash Manasarovar Parikrama with him, and it was a beautiful experience. So this will be my third yatra to Kailash. In 2017, I went with Isha Sacred Walks, and I'm really looking forward to being a part of this journey with her.
Okay, Sita.
Yeah, Hari Om, I'm Sita Lakshmi. My first time trip to Mansarovar. I'm not trekking the Kailash part, of course. And I'm a good friend of Savitri, that is Mrs. Samir Parekh. And I have been on some trips with Samir earlier too. So I know his ways, but I'm very much looking forward to it. And it will be an experience of a lifetime for me.
That know his ways is a very, very loaded statement. So
I'm okay with it.
So basically, for those who have not come on a trek with me, you know that from day one to the last day, everybody keeps getting firings. So it doesn't matter as to what your age, experience doesn't matter. Everybody gets firings. Lack of discipline, immediately firing. Anything missing, firing. And also, I fire myself also equally badly. So I don't spare myself. So that's it. Amit.
Hari Om, Amit Srivastava from Bombay. Been trying to go on the Kailash Yatra for 3 times now. I hope this time I will be lucky.
So Amit used to work for a tech company. He's in the process of changing jobs. So the right time for him to get into this yatra. Last year, last minute cancellation, lost the entire money, paid the entire fees, lost it because of the last minute cancellation due to corporate pressure. Hopefully this year we will see him on the trek. Dr. Anita.
Actually, I cancelled 2019 as well.
Yeah,
Not
19 also.
2019.
19.
I've been pretty lucky in that sense.
Yeah.
Dr. Anita.
Yeah, I'm in the line of fire now of Samir Anna. Okay, hi, I'm Dr. Anita Tendulkar. I have been colleagues with Dr. Priya in Tata Memorial for a very long time. And I worked there for almost 17 years. And now I am in Holy Family Hospital at Bandra. So this is my first trip. And before coming for the trip, I was asking for signs. Really, am I supposed to go? And I got many signs. I got that yes. So then that's when I paid up, and I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm doing the necessary exercises also. So please
So
don't fire me.
any one sign that you got, you can please tell. It'll be
Yeah,
interesting.
so I was going to the temple and I said, today I'm going to ask this question. And as I was thinking that, a person coming next, he was walking opposite me and he was just past me and he was on his phone and he said Himalaya. And I was driving one day and I was again thinking about this trip, and then a vehicle came from the front and it had the Himalaya picture on it. So many such, synchronicities happened. So I guessed maybe this is the right time for me.
Siddesh.
Hello, I'm Sadesh, your this subgroup leader's son. Since this time we're going in a larger group that's not just our group. I've been on this Kailash Yatra 2 times, both times with dad and a different group. And it's something that I can just never get enough of. If given the option to, then I would leave everything and just stay in Kailash.
Arre,
The earlier time was you wanted to stay with
Mauni Baba at
yes, you wanted to
Tapovan.
stay with Mauni Baba with Tapovan. So let's see if you find somebody this time. You might find a yak or somebody who was ready to take you. So okay.
Wait, sorry. I didn't recognize Siddesh. Sorry for that. And I was wondering what NLYTN is. Yeah.
So that's his brand name. He brands himself as a musician with Enlighten. It's pronounced Enlighten. Mahesh Anna has joined. Mahesh Anna, you need to put your video on. He's the youngest member in our. He's the youngest member in our team. Yes.
Video is on, sir.
Yes, I know.
Video is on.
Yes. We can now see you.
Okay.
Quick 1 minute introduction.
Sure. Okay, 1 minute. Let me get the video correct first. 1 minute. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Okay. Mahesh is the name. Whom all I know here? I know Samir San and I know Siddesh, my good friend. Priya is not there. That's all.
No, Priya is also there.
I live in Bangalore.
Priya's name is showing as Subbu.
But I don't see the face. Anyway, I can see 8 faces here, including my. Oh, Priya is there. Okay, wonderful. I can see Priya also. Okay, I live in Bangalore. Like Samiran said, I'm the youngest fellow, 68 running. I've done few treks with Samir San. I actually went Tapovan, Nandanvan, as well as Satopant, as well as Kailash.
You are forgetting Veliangiri.
That's less. That's 2 months back. I keep following him. Wherever he goes, I keep following him. All the treks. Mostly spiritual there. Before that, I had gone to with Priya. She's another one. She pulls me to Kilimanjaro, Annapurna base camp, Everest base camp. That's it. We keep trying to do whatever we can do. That is my introduction, sir.
Okay. So I'll quickly summarize in terms of the yatra itself. There's been one specific query from Sundaramanji, which is basically on the itinerary. The itinerary is given in the master document. However, let me actually go through it because it's a good query. So 23rd, we are reaching Kathmandu at various points of time. I think the last person to reach will possibly be Anand. Anand, what time is your flight landing, if you can remember?
Let me close the video.
Oh, sorry, I was on 4:30 around.
4:30. So he is definitely the last person to land. So around 6 o'clock in the evening, we will start our satsang. We will meet tentatively. This is the first day. Will be a bit tentative, depending upon how and where we are. The next day morning, early morning, we will have a satsang. So one thing that will be constant in this yatra will be the fact that we will keep trying and meeting. And I'm saying trying because where some days we will not have the time or the energy, we may be tired or something. But in general, mornings, evenings, every day, we begin the day with a satsang, we end the day with a satsang. So where we will talk about the satsang, basically. We will talk about whatever experiences, we will talk about yatra, we will chant, we will do all sorts of things. The 24th is a day trip half-day trip actually, organized by Richa. So we will start the day by early morning visit to Pashupatinath. Pashupatinath, the main Purohit is somebody I know. So we will see if we can get a special darshan. It will be crowded. We will see as to what we can do. From there, Guhyeshwari is a Shaktipeeth where Devi's knees have supposed to have fallen. There are different traditions which talk about her one part of the yoni also having been fallen there. Guhyeshwari is a temple which has just got renovated. Last year when we went, we could do Lalita Sahasranamam only outside. This year, possibly we will be able to sit inside. From there, we will go to Buddha Nilkant, which is a lying down Vishnu, which is very unique in itself. In the evening, there are two stupas, Bodhnath or Swayambhunath. We can go there or we can go to Doleshwar. None of these will be part of Richa activity. We can go on our own. Last evening, we will come back and we will start off on Diamox. Now that brings me to one question. All of us, I am assuming, have started or at least taken one tablet of Diamox to check for allergy. If you have not, please do it within the next 5-7 days. Those of you who have come on Kailash Yatra earlier, obviously they know that they are resistant to Diamox. Prem also has taken Diamox earlier. I am aware of that. So Prem, Priya, Shyam, then Siddesh, Mahesh Anna, myself. We are definitely not allergic to Diamox. The others, okay, Amit also is not allergic. He has also tested it out. So the rest, please take one tablet. Take it preferably after food and in the afternoon. The allergic manifestation will typically be skin rashes or a little bit of itching, sort of a thing. If that happens, then we will have to look for a substitute to Diamox. So we'll see as to what we can do. So that's the Diamox chapter. So we will start
Just
off with
sorry, Anna,
yeah.
I'll just add one. I'm sorry, I'm just adding to
No,
Diamox.
please.
There will be a little bit of tingling sensation. That is normal. Don't worry about that.
Yes. So
one more question, if I can ask.
yes.
The Diamox is a brand name. Can we take acetazolamide of another brand name?
Yes, of course. Yes, of
It's
course.
a 250 mg acetazolamide, but can we take another brand?
Yeah. I have no problems. I'm not getting any commission from the brand.
No, Priya, it's yeah.
Anything is fine, Anita, as long as it is acetazolamide 250 milligrams.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So okay. So that's the Diamox. We start off on Diamox. Next day morning, we will drive to Timure, 140 kilometers. They say 10 hours.
I want to tell you something.
Yes, Maheshana.
No, nothing. I'm talking to my friend was here. Nothing.
Okay. So we will be traveling to Timure. Timure is the Nepal side of the border. Even last year it was a very bad journey in the sense that how many of you don't have spondylitis? Just can you raise your hands, please? Those of you don't have spondylitis. Okay. You can please book an orthopedic visit afterwards, because when you come back, you might have spondylitis. That is the sort of road you will have. If we come back via Timure, then the spondylitis that you acquired while going gets cured while you are coming back. So very bad roads. 10 hours is a optimistic estimation of our journey. It may land up to almost 12 hours. The place where we will stay is like a guest house, nice people, food will be nice all the time. We will get very good Sattvic food. Sattvic as in the sense that it will be fresh, it will be cooked. Sattvic as in the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 16 and 18, the definition. Within 2 hours, it will be consumed. Very nice food. In general, the food will have onions and may have garlic also. So though if you have a specification saying that I don't want onion or garlic, please let us know in advance. But in general, the food will be tasty. However, we will lose taste once we go cross 10,000 feet. Those who have gone on high altitude treks, you know that the taste buds start acting differently. We'll lose taste. So you will feel that you don't want to.
I think somebody has to put on mute. Yeah.
Narrator dialogue. Narrator heading level 1. Alert hide meeting controls. Skip quick settings window. Wi-Fi. Button. Accessibility window. Exiting narrator.
I think you can mute everybody, Samir.
Everyone needs to be muted.
Yeah, and I've done that. Anyone who wants to speak, please unmute. You're free to unmute yourself. There's no problem. I just unmuted so if it's still coming.
Prem is not on mute.
Prem, you have two logins. Remove one login. I don't know what is your second login. Yes, now it's got it. Okay. So that's it. It's a very nice scenic ride. You will see Votekosi right through. Then on June 26th, we will leave from Timure to the border in Kerung. So this is it's a tense morning. The border crossing is very, very, very rigid with the Chinese people over there. They behave very, very dismissively with us. You will see that sort of behavior. The bridge is called Friendship Bridge, but the behavior is extremely unfriendly. No cameras allowed in that area. Very important, please do not have any pictures of Dalai Lama in your phone, any sayings or quotes of Dalai Lama in your phone, no books on Buddhism in your repertoire. Last year, somebody was wearing a T-shirt which said "Free Tibet." That is, I think, carrying it a little overboard. Obviously, that person would have got thrown out, but luckily their tour operator told them to change the T-shirt, so he managed to go through. So we are not going there to do any sort of political propaganda. Whatever we want to do, we can do from here. Over there, let us behave because then we want our yatra to be completed. So we will go to Kerung. Once we have crossed over, roads will be beautiful, roads will be smooth, the bus will be of a very good quality. From there, we will drive to Saga. Saga is where we will actually touch almost 15,000 feet. Saga is a place where it's very near the source of the Brahmaputra. Given time, we will go to the banks of Brahmaputra. We will be able to do a very, very powerful meditation over there. Brahmaputra is one of the few male rivers. A river is called male when in its course of its journey, it also travels a certain distance uphill. So the force of the river, Damodar, for example, and Brahmaputra are another example. These are rivers where the force of the flow of the river forces the water to go uphill for a certain period of time. Such a river is generally called a male river. Brahmaputra exhibits this behavior not once, but 4 times in its entire journey, including the point where it is turning into Arunachal Pradesh and comes into India. Even there, it actually goes uphill and then comes down. So Brahmaputra is a male river. We will sit at the banks of that river. We will be able to do some meditation. Saga, once we have hit 15,000, we will do acclimatization. So we will do a little bit of walking, some bit of mild yoga. Everything has to slow down. The first time when I went to more than 15,000 feet, not in Kailash, but I was traveling, and one of the guides, he told me, even if you want to sneeze, you should sneeze slowly. So the problem is that we are not used to slowing ourselves down so much. So it is very important that we slow down our speech, slow down our walking. Most important, slow down the mental jumping around that is also happening. Slow that down, and the yatra goes fairly simply. So from there, we will drive to Manasarovar. Up to this point, in Saga, up to this point, we will be staying in fairly decent hotels. Last year, we were very surprised because in Saga, we actually had hotels which had toilet seats, which had toilet warmers, and the floor had underneath warming and all that. So very, very classy. 2019, you remember, Shyam, we had to fight our way through with Saga because of the multiple groups and so on and so forth. So,
and we were 7 people, I think, in one room.
In one room, 7 people and all that. This did not happen last year. It was fairly simple, fairly nice, very clean hotels. Now, as we hit Paramatniketan, we will start getting more and more basic. Paramatniketan also, Shyam, for you, the 2019, we will now find toilets in Mansarovar. There are toilets, proper toilets. However, they are very basic. So there will be a gamla with water. You will take a mug and you will have to do your job. So from there on, our stay will, again, we will move from Mansarovar. We will stay in Mansarovar. The next day morning, we will do our homam. I have requested Sundaramanji to lead the homam this year. So he has agreed to do that. So Sundaramanji will be there. Possibly from another group, one of my friends, KV Narayanan, he is also going to be there. He may join us. So he will also be there for the homam. We should have a fairly nice, all the samagri and everything I will carry. That's part of my list. So we will do the homam, eat our lunch, and move to a place called Darchan. At Darchan, if the weather permits, we will start having a very beautiful view of the south face of Sri Kailash. From there onwards, the next day morning, we will travel by bus to a place called Yamadwar. Yamadwar is a place where you let go. You are entering into a place where you are letting go of the consciousness or the awareness that I am the body, mind, intellect. Because when we travel to Yamaloka, what travels? The Atma alone is going to move. That is the philosophy or the symbolism of that Yamadwar. So you pass through Yamadwar, you stand there and you ask Sri Kailash himself to say that Mama aham bhava nashtam kuru kuru. So you take away my aham bhava, take away my ego, take away my sense of being, my this body, my this mind, this intellect. Take that away. Let me be with you alone. That once we have done, we start walking. The first day we will walk around 15 kilometers. It will take around 6-7 hours, depending. Even if you're a very slow walker, it will not matter. It will take around 6-7 hours. It's a slow incline walking up to Dirapuk. Dirapuk will, from Darchen at around 15,000, we will reach 15,600 feet. So it's not a very steep incline. So it's a 600 feet rise over a distance of nearly 15 kilometers. However, there are places where you will go up and down. So you might feel that, oh, I have to climb, I have to get down. But overall, the average distance will be around 600 feet rise. Next day morning, we will start walking early morning at 5 a.m. Headlamps are important. I have already said that. This is an 18-kilometer journey. Will take 12 hours. It's a tough trek. You cross a place called Dolma La. La means pass. Dolma is one of the names of Tara in Tibetan, and she is the ruler of that particular pass. Tibetans over there, they shed some part of themselves. So some people donate clothes, some people donate hair, some people cut off their nails over there. They do all sorts of things over there. Essentially, again, it's a shedding of this I sense that we carry with ourselves. And it's a steep climb. Climb up, the steep climb down, and you reach another place called Zutulpuk. From Zutulpuk, you stay the night there. The next morning, you walk down to Darchen. The walk down is again very similar to the walk up that you had up to Dirapuk. So it's a 700, 800 meter downward, where it's again spread over 15, 16 kilometers. Overall, this entire parikrama is around 54, 55 kilometers, spread over 3 days with an average of around 15, 18 kilometers per day. Once we have reached Darchen, we immediately board a bus and we go all the way to Saga. Everybody will sleep on that bus because we will be tired. We will go to Saga, stay the night. From Saga, we move to Kerung. From Kerung, we cross the border. Crossing the border back into Nepal is fairly easy thing. They don't irritate you or bother you much. They do check your luggage, especially for weed, because cannabis grows freely in that area, and a lot of people have been known to just pick up the raw plants and put them in their bag. So, which is obviously not allowed, neither in Nepal nor in China. So they check for that, but otherwise they generally come through. We will have to go through that entire journey of going back from Timure to Kathmandu, another journey of 12 hours or so. And after that, we reach Kathmandu. Once we reach Kathmandu, we will give the thankful, what we call it, the acknowledgement and thankfulness to our gurus. So we will, on 6th of July in the morning, we will do a Guru Puja in the morning and thank our gurus. And from there, we will depart for our residences. So that is overall the itinerary. Sundaramanji, any specific question that you had in your mind when you raised that query, you can please ask.
Thank you, sir. One request, can you please send the master document once more?
Of course, it has just been pinned right now in the group, so you can download it from there. In any case, I will send it to you separately also.
That is one, sir. Second is, unfortunately, the voting authorities, when they gave me the voter ID, they have not captured my face at all. They have only captured a shoulder of me. I have a voter ID, but that does not have that has all my full name and other things, but it does not have a face. Will that be a problem for me?
No, it won't. See, Nepal has very peculiar entry rules. If you are driving into Nepal, you can show a driver's license and enter. If you are flying into Nepal from Nepalganj, then a driving license is good enough. You don't need a passport. However, when you are going to, or even an Aadhaar card, but if you are flying to Kathmandu, only in Kathmandu, other than voter ID and passport, nothing is accepted. I don't understand immigration laws in Nepal, and I don't want to too much already to understand. But essentially, they just take that number, they type it in, and they give it to you. They don't bother so much as long as we are Indian. However, the chances of us needing to use the voter ID are minimal because seems that all the data has been uploaded and we are just waiting for the physical permit to reach us. The moment the permit reaches, they will upload the data into the VFS site and start the visa process. So I don't think that we will travel without passports. Last year, we did have to do all that running around. Shyam and I sat overnight virtually to upload data into the VFS site. We had to do that because last year was also, I think, to be all fair, it was the first year after a whole break and a lot of systems had changed. The VFS had been brought in. A lot of things had changed. So basically, because of that, this year, definitely it will be a little smoother. So don't see a problem there. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But as far as voter ID, whether it has a picture or not, I think my voter ID is the old voter ID. It doesn't have a picture at all. So and last year I entered with that. So only one thing to be careful. If you enter into Nepal with your voter ID, when you are exiting, don't show your passport. They don't understand that. Siddesh was stopped. And they said, passport में entry का छप्पा नहीं है, exit का छप्पा कैसे मिलेगा? तुम भीतर कैसे आया? So now he had to argue with the fellow that this is I entered with a voter ID. नहीं तुम कैसे आ गया? And all sorts of things. It took some time to convince. So if you go in with a voter ID, please come out with a voter ID. So make life simple for the immigration officer. Right, sir. Any other question?
Headlamp, where do we buy?
Okay. All purchases. Now, I don't get a commission, but please, all purchases, Decathlon. Right? But I am a Decathlon fan. Amit, however, has been saying that Colombia is also equally a good place. I haven't tried them out. But Decathlon, you get everything that is required in one shop. You don't have to go around. Any Decathlon you go, you will get everything.
So
And
basically, I have bought a backpack and a MH500 trekking shoe. And also, I don't think the weather is going to be very cold there. Nevertheless, I have brought a jacket.
Okay. Now, good you raised the question of weather. Weather, completely unpredictable, right? 2019, when Shyam at that year was with Shailaja. Shailaja and I walked together at that point of time with snow hitting our face. The next day, it was brilliantly bright and clear. So these are places which are, because they are high at altitude, they have micro weather. So even last year when we were at Manasarovar, sweltering in heat, we could see snowfall on Kailash. So don't take a chance on the weather that yes, it will be not very cold. Temperatures will drop to -2, -3 at night. However, since there is no humidity over there, water does not freeze outside. Inside, if you have kept a bottle of water outside, it will freeze. As far as clothing is concerned, that's a point I will take up. So let me talk about that. Trekking poles, if you don't have them, please make sure you have a trekking pole. At least one. Those who are used to walking with 2 poles, I'm talking of the experienced trekkers, some of them use 2 poles. Shyam's elder brother Sashianna uses 2 poles. I've never found that comfortable. I find a single pole comfortable. So it's up to you. But one pole, compulsory. You cannot cross the Drolmala area without at least a pole in your hand. And this is not like in India where you can, ye lo, lati le lo, wapas aate samay de ke chala jana. Veliangiri, they do that. That's not something that will work. So trekking pole compulsory. So that's as far as this is concerned.
One question I had on the itinerary. Last year we had done that Manasarovar Parikrama in a bus. This year, is it possible?
No, so parikrama in the bus is given. It's a part of the itinerary. So we will do the parikrama as is last year. 2019 was the last year when they allowed people to take a bath in the waters of Manasarovar. 2020 onwards, they have stopped that. However, we managed to at least get into the water up to our thighs and splash ourselves. Uh, After that, the police did come and start chasing us out. So we will have to take a chance about how much of into the water we can get into. So that's we'll take that up when we are on our way. For the benefit of everybody, I think Priya has done a very beautiful job of listing down a whole bunch of questions, which I will take up one by one. And after that, if there are any further questions, we will definitely talk about this. So first is 3 days of parikrama. Now, how this works. At Darchen, when we are leaving, the Richa people will tell us to club our luggage, which means, for example, let us say that and they will say, take only that much which you require for the 3 days of parikrama. Now, for 3 days of parikrama, you don't require 6 underwear and 4 t-shirts and so on and so forth. So exactly what is required, you'd separate and we merge the duffel bags. So for example, maybe Sundaramanji and my duffel bag gets merged, right? And I will keep my things and Sundaramanji will keep his things in the same duffel bag. So the number of duffel bags will collapse into a smaller number. Why? Because it's easier for them to carry. Only yaks can carry that duffel bag. The whole idea of duffel bag itself is because they are all uniform, they are pliable, so they can be put onto a yak and they can be carried. Now, so this is as far as the main, whatever you want to carry. While walking in your backpack, what are you supposed to carry? That also we have put a list, right, in the master document. It is essentially only that much which you will require for the next 6-7 hours for walking. So your water, your energy bar, your emergency medication, etc., etc. I normally say layer yourself with all in the body. So you have your inner, then you have a t-shirt, then you have a jacket. On top of that, you have your the what do you call that? Sham, क्या बोलते हैं उसको? ऊपर उन लोग देता है ना?
Down jacket.
Down jacket. Then you put the down jacket. All of that can go one by one on layers, including, if necessary, even the raincoat can go as a layer. You will not sweat as much as you think that you will. It's very normally you will, because it's very dry over there. So you can layer yourself and keep walking and keep your shoulders light. We are all carrying enough weight on our shoulders with our own families and our jobs and everything. Over there, at least we can let go of the shoulders, right? So keep your shoulders light, walk a little bit lightly. Now, as far as the backpack itself is concerned, the backpack will be carried by a porter. Now, I insist on a porter. Now, I know that Siddesh will immediately say that, no, I don't need a porter. Prem will say, I don't need a porter. There is another person, he's not on this group right now, Debayan, another young monster. All these 3 monsters will say that, no, we don't require porters. We will take a decision over there later on. But essentially, all of us, the reason for the porter is when we start walking at an altitude, this is not like a Shabarimala trip where you are almost at sea level. We can say, chalo saath chalenge, right? No, it does not work that way. Each one of us will have our own pace of walking. Each one of us will have our own breathing way of walking. So we will all get separated. You will need somebody to be with you. That is where your porter comes in place. So your porter will carry your backpack. You will walk freely with only your danda, right? So you have only your walking pole and yourself with all those layers, and you walk. So the backpack is carried with the porter. He will very nicely carry this with you himself, and he will be with you all the time. Coming to a pony, I normally say do not use a pony. If you use a pony, you will get up. The pony, firstly, is costlier, very, very much costlier. Secondly, at the steepest point where you have to go up and you have to go down, the pony will say, and the pony wala will say, "Niche utro, pony nahi le jayega." Now, the point where you really wanted the pony cannot carry you. So, what is the purpose? So, rather than that, it is better to use a porter, not use a pony at all. That's number one. Sita has already chosen that she will not come for the parikrama. So she will see the south face of Kailash from Darchan. She will stay at Darchan for the 2 nights and 3 days that we are away. She is not being charged anything extra because she has already declared that she is going to be. So that is part of the plan in the way it has been put. So she will stay over there. We will come back. So that's the 3 days of parikrama. Diamox test dose I've already talked of. When will the actual Diamox be taken? The Kathmandu, first night, evening, we start off with Diamox. Next is hydration. Hydration does not mean drinking like a camel 4 liters in one go and then saying, I will carry on. No, you keep sipping water and preferably warm water. If you are sipping warm water, your body temperature gets regulated. You are able to hydrate. In any case, Diamox is a diuretic. It will cause you to do more urine. So therefore, it is better to drink as much, at least 3 liters. One of the things we will check every day is the medical things that we will check, which is one of them is how much water did you drink? And you have to be honest with yourself because it is you who are putting yourself at risk when you are not drinking enough water. Next is every day I've spoken about the day start, day end. Every day we will have satsangs, we will have medicals. Once we cross Keru, every day there will be medicals. We will also have a medical in Kathmandu to get the baseline. Luckily, we have 2 doctors this time. Last time also we were lucky we had 2 doctors. This time we will have 2 doctors also. Anita is there, Priya is there. And we will assist with that in terms of getting our blood oxygen and our SpO2 and our pressure measured and all of that. All of that gear will be carried. So that's the okay. Now, passports. Good question, Priya. Passports, there are multiple points at which there are checks taken by the Chinese authorities. The passports will remain with the guide who is with us in the yatra. So my recommendation is that whatever documents you have, originals, please make a whole set of photocopies and keep them with you in your backpack. So the entire set, whether it is an Aadhaar card, whether it is your voter ID, your passport, your tickets, right? All of that. It will be what, 10 pages, 15 pages. It's not going to be very heavy. They make a set of photocopies, put it in a folder, put it in your backpack. So that's as far as the passport thing is concerned. We will all carry suitcases. But the suitcases will be transferred into a duffel bag in Kathmandu itself. We will not carry our suitcases out of Kathmandu. So suitcases will be kept in a cloakroom or a locker by the hotel. And when we come back, you give them the chit and they will give your luggage back. So you may, if you want for the last day, you want to come back, you want to carry a fresh pair of jeans or a fresh t-shirt or something, you can carry that, keep it in your suitcase. When you come back after you've taken your bath after 15 days, you will be bathing after 15 days for the first time. Other than the Manasarovar bath, which will not be a bath also. So, last year somebody asked, how will we see Shiva without having taken a bath? Don't worry, Shiva himself does not take a bath. He takes only basma snanam. So don't worry. So you have 2 choices. Either continuously bathe yourself with Ganges like Shiva, or just bathe yourself with the ashes that you will apply every day, vibhuti, and that is enough. You cannot take a bath over there. When you take a bath, your body temperature drops, and we are not mountaineers. We are not living in that altitude. We will be susceptible to immediate altitude sickness. Bathing is definitely not permitted. So, Manasarovar, yes, we will get into the water. We will not take a bath. And the reason why they prevented that is because of the number of deaths that went up because of people taking a dip in that cold water suddenly. So
Sorry,
that is,
can we carry wet tissues? Wet wipes?
Yes. Wet wipes is part of the list. It is there. It is there in the list. So wet wipes, yes, of course, we will use wet wipes. Otherwise, I think we will not be able to tolerate each other also in the in the bus. But definitely not a bath, right?
Last year, Anna, in 1 or 2 of the hotels, there was hot water, and a few of us actually took a hot water shower.
But unless you have a very nice piping hot water coming from the tap, other than that, no baths allowed. right? Don't venture out and say, "हमको तो ठंडा नहीं लगता है, I will take a cold water bath." So please don't do that. Next is the medical checklist and data sheet printout. It is there in the master document. That is your record of how you are progressing. It's a sheet for tracking your blood pressure, your heart beat, your pulse rate, your SpO2, your overall, basically to make sure that you are not showing any mild symptoms of altitude sickness also. So that is why that sheet is there. It is very important. Please take a printout of that and carry that with you. We will be chanting shlokas, very simple ones, Bhavani Ashtakam, Totaka Ashtakam, etc., etc. Very simple shlokas that we will chant. We have also the links for all of them have been given in the master document. You can go down and print them. You will not get internet facility, and Shyam, please don't carry your laptop. So last time he carried his laptop, so which was very good for Siddesh, because he kept on trying to use that to look at the internet. But you will. There is coverage wherever there is Wi-Fi. And those of you who have traveled to China, you know that there is WeChat only, WhatsApp is not available. So inside the hotel, the Wi-Fi will allow us to send SMS. So unless you want to download WeChat and use it. So that is the mantras and shlokas. Carry water the way you want, whether you want to carry a hydration bladder or you want to carry a water bottle. I prefer a water bottle. In any case, it is the porter will carry it. So I'm generally okay with whatever is there. Very important. This year, we are in a group of 45 people in 2 vehicles. One vehicle has 20 people who are all NRIs. Our vehicle will have 13 people who are not in our group. Because if you remember, the size of the group was expected to be 25 people. We could not have 25 people in the Sohamanand group itself. We have only 12 people. So our group had to be merged with another group. Typically, what will happen is, if our group is disciplined, maintaining a rhythm of how we are moving, the other group will follow and they will join us. Accept anybody who is coming in and joining our group as another Shiva joining us, another Devi joining us. But but also please be careful. I mean, everybody is not, just because he's on a pilgrimage, it is not that he is going to be fully honest. Your mobile phone or your wallet or stuff can be exposed and you may lose some money. So be careful. Be careful in terms of being practical, but accept people with openness. Talk with them, chat with them. There is nothing wrong with that. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa used to tell Ma Sharada, get up into a boat first. We have to cross the river. So you get up into the boat first so that you get the best seat. Get out of the boat last so that you pick up anything that has been left over by people and give it back to those people. Now, somebody like Ramakrishna Paramahansa who is living in that plane, even is giving such beautiful practical advice. We should not forget that. So that is how to behave with other people. Has any other group gone? 3 groups have already gone from Richa alone. Richa itself has already sent 3 groups. So the first group was an NRI group. Sorry, the first group was a foreigner group, foreigner as in non-Indian group. The second was an NRI, Indians, but NRIs, they have already gone. Ours will be the 4th or the 5th group that he is going to be taking into the yatra. So groups have started. May 1st was when the groups started their yatra. However, this period is going to be crowded till about June 5th or June 6th, because this is that 12th year cycle, and they have that huge pole that they put up at Tarpoche, and they worship that pole, the Buddhists. So this is the period when there will be a lot of local Tibetans coming for the yatra, for what they call the Kora. So therefore, but by the time we reach, that would have ended. So that is as far as the crowd itself is concerned. Weather fluctuations we have already talked about. Distance also we have talked about. Yes. Now, last year what happened, and this is something we have to be careful. There were 2 people who had planned that they will go to Dolmala and come back. However, once they reached Dirapuk, they could not carry on. And they had to come back to Darchen. Now, this is a expensive proposition. An ambulance has to be arranged. If it's called an ambulance, it's basically an SUV. An SUV has to be arranged. The SUV comes all the way. It's a 4x4 drive, and people can sit in that, and then they are carried back to the Darchen hotel. In the Darchen hotel, the night stay, the person will have to stay one night while the other yatris come back. So that will be another 500 yuan per night. So 2 nights of 500 yuan plus 600 yuan, it's another 1,600 yuan of an expenditure. If in case you are suddenly saying that I am too exhausted, altitude is hitting me badly, I cannot cross over. If you remember, I have in my list of currency, I have talked about carrying 2,000 yuan extra. That is for this purpose mainly. For those who may, and this can happen to anybody. At altitude, it's not about whether you are young, whether you are. So one of the persons who had to come back was Asim, is fairly young and he's very, very fit. He was almost amongst the first to reach Dirapuk. But despite that night, he went through very, very severe restlessness, feeling weak in the morning. And he came and told me that, sorry, Anna, I am unable to travel. I will not go to the Dolala. I want to come back. So this can happen to anybody. So that 2,000 is basically meant for an emergency. And this is the emergency that we need to be prepared for. This can happen. If it happens, it's nothing wrong with it. You don't feel guilty about it. There is nothing wrong about it. It's just the fact that your body is refusing to cooperate with what your mind or your intellect is wanting to do, which is okay. You have to go back. So perfectly all right. So
are we doing Charan Sparsh this time? Charan
Sparsh has been completely banned. They have put drones. They have put drones over there, which keep flying and monitoring and tell the police people as to if anybody is crossing the particular border. So Charan Sparsh will not be happening. Darchen, yes, I forgot to mention. At Darchen, we will be going to do what is called Ashtapad Darshan. Ashtapad is to approach the Nandi rock. If you have seen photos of Kailash, you will see that in front of the south face, there is a monolithic rock. The Westerners call it the Cathedral Rock. The Jains call it Ashtapad. Rishabdev got Moksha Kaivalya over there. For Hindus, it looks like Nandi, who's sitting in front of the south face of Dakshinamurti. So it is Nandi. People call it Nandi, people call it Ashtapad. We will go near Ashtapad. Earlier, even Ashtapad Parikrama used to be there. That also has been prohibited. Essentially, they have prohibited all of this because the people don't follow rules. And people who are not mountaineers, people who don't take enough precautions, they start going there. Last year, they stopped the Charan Sparsh because 6 Chinese people, they went up to Charan Sparsh and they never came back. So they never came back. And their bodies were never found. So they just 1 second. वो वाला लो cork. Sorry, the cook has broken the tawa's handle. And now she's struggling with what to do with a hot tawa. So I'm sitting where I can see the kitchen. So I have to give her instructions. So anyway, so coming back to this. So Shyam, just therefore this Charan Sparsh that we could do in 2019 is something that we cannot do this year. Hopefully, if it is opened up, we'll take a chance. If not, it's not. Well, we'll see. So that's my last point is insurance. Once we have the permit, we have to wait for the visa. Once we have the permit, we can go to the asc360.com, and I'm recommending ASC360 because they are the only people I have found, at least, who give you specific Kailash Yatra cover. So, and that cover is important. Without that, Shyam, if you want to talk about Ravi.
Ravi is right here.
There you are. So you are an example for us as far as insurance. Why is insurance important?
He's saying why is important? You are an example.
Very, very important insurances.
So Ravi had to be airlifted and various things happened with him. And luckily, all that expense, or at least most of that expense, got covered with the insurance. This is very specific. This is not a general medical insurance or a general travel insurance. It is a very specific Kailash Yatra insurance. So please go to afc360.com and buy the insurance the moment we have our permits. So I am done. Is there anything that you want to ask? Is there anything that you want to know about anybody else, about the yatra? All of that is now open to anybody.
One question.
Just one. Sorry,
SIM card.
just one small addition. Mahesh Anna is used to be a ship captain earlier. Is now a consultant in the shipping industry. However, he has a alternative profession of being a stand-up comedian. So so we are going to have enough of laughter in this entire group.
One question. Last year, everyone was using the Airtel prepaid SIM card, which was having a good coverage, and they wanted to talk to family and show all the video and all that. So if anyone wants to take that,
Yeah, so
I take nothing.
No, I was using the Geo connection, and the Geo connection also worked. So I mean, either the Geo or the Airtel. Vodafone doesn't work. So those of you who are using a Vodafone number, please get an alternative SIM.
I have a Geo prepaid, so is that okay over there?
Should be okay. Should be okay. But get a international pack on it. You can just go to your Geo site and get an international pack.
Okay. How much money extra we should carry?
For what?
Like when we are traveling, you told about the 2000 yuan in case there is an emergency. But other than that,
you're back in Nepal. In Nepal, mein aapka credit card chalega. Carry your credit card with you. There's no problem. Nepal, there is no problem at all.
I think in some place GPay was also working, no, Anna? In Nepal, that
Nepal
restaurant.
GPay, yes. Nepal GPay was working. Google Pay was working. So Nepal is not a problem. And if you have a internationally activated debit card also, then you can. I mean, last year we had a problem, right? We got stuck at Kerung because the bridge got washed out, and we were stuck, and we didn't know how many days we are going to be stuck. So I had to withdraw yuan from an ATM so that we could survive over there. So money is not a big challenge if you have your technology back in place. Your cards are there and stuff like that. The money is typically not a problem. Yes, the money becomes a problem from Manasarovar onwards, because after there you have no ATMs, no coverage, nothing.
One question. From Manasarovar, is it permitted to carry some amount of, say, some small quantity of water bag?
Yeah. We will all carry water. We will fill up the water with a specific process. There is a process to fill up the water. You just cannot take any Tirtham water back home just like that. So there is a way, you know that very well. So there we will fill up the water properly. So
the down jackets which Richa will give will be good, so we don't need to carry our own unnecessarily heavy luggage then.
In my last 4 yatras, I have not carried any down jacket from anywhere. They have given the down jacket. It has been enough for me. Right?
Sorry, now, what is down jacket?
This is that the woolen jacket or the stuffed jacket that they will give. They will give that on a returnable basis. So,
okay.
so the duffel bag, the backpack, and their down jacket, these 3 things they will provide. The down jacket they will take back. The duffel bag you can carry back. I normally give it off to one of the hotel boys. The backpack is also, it's a standardized backpack, and they give you that, and it is preferable to carry that only, because then you're going to limit the amount of stuff you can carry. Because suddenly you make your backpack a bigger one, they will give you a 15 liter, you carry a 45 liter, and then you will say, mera ye bhi hai, wo bhi hai. Rather than that, carry the standardized one, it's easier for everybody.
So if we have brought a suitcase and a backpack or something, we can leave it all in the locker and go.
Yeah. I will be carrying a very large suitcase because I will be carrying all the medication from here. I will be carrying the Homa Samagri, all of that, the entire, the whole group's documents also. I will be carrying printouts. So all of that will be there. So I'll be carrying a very large suitcase, but I'll leave it over there. And we typically, what we do is we ask them for one extra duffel bag for carrying the general saman. So the medical kits will go into that. The wood chips and the cow dung chips, all that will go into that. So all of that will go into one common bag. Any questions, Sita?
I had one question.
Yes, Anand.
Yeah, see, this is with regard to the weather there. Is there a lot of, I mean, based on your earlier treks, is there a lot of wind chill? As in, how do I say? I mean, many times it's just not the temperature, it's more of the windy nature which causes the thing. So is there a lot of wind chill involved?
True. It depends completely. Weather is very, very unpredictable. Very unpredictable.
Okay.
So
would you prefer if for example for protection, you have those ear muffs which prevent wind chill from entering your ears? Would you recommend ear muffs?
A normal woolen cap which covers your ears will be good. You know the monkey cap?
Okay.
You know the monkey cap? That's best. That's the best.
We should have an extra pair of specs also, no?
That depends on you. I don't know.
So if it snows, then maybe we need those glasses, right? If it snows.
Hopefully, the whole idea of going in the end of June is because the clouds would not have started, so snowing may not happen. So, and in any case, if it snows, then the only thing you do is put your head down and walk. Nothing you can do. The visibility is only to your feet. You can ask Shailaja how she and I walked. We were holding each other's hands, looking at our feet and walking. We had zero visibility in front. And you can't lift your head also because the wind was hitting you on the face. So it was fun.
If you want to capture good photographs, you should carry a selfie sticks.
No, please don't. The more you carry, the more you are going to burden yourself. Remember, you have to carry your own stuff.
Siddesh will have his DSLR, right?
No. He is also not carrying his DSLR. He is going to carry his own mobile phone, and that is good enough.
Samirana, I take leave, Samirana.
Yeah,
I have to leave.
Open both these eyes to see Shiva's third eye rather than seeing things through a camera. Experience him. That is more important. Be there, then, there, now, rather than saying, "Oh, I have memories." Why do we want to live in the past?
One more thing, you had mentioned somewhere in between that we'll be stopping the bathing at some point.
Once we hit
at
Kerung,
what point will we?
Once we hit Kerung, most probably, unless you have very good hot water, no bathing.
Kerung, okay. And until you're back to Kerung, then it resumes.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Wow. Okay.
I have taken Dimox when I'd gone to Leh Ladakh. So I don't need to test now.
If you have tested it once, it is perfect. Yeah. Suddenly allergy nahi develop hoga. Don't worry.
For over a week there. Yeah.
Suddenly allergy nahi develop hoga. Don't worry. Okay. Any other
Samesh,
questions?
I also need to log out.
Even I need to log out also. I have
same with me too.
Yeah. Anybody has any other questions? Please put onto the group. Questions are I'm more than happy to answer all questions because then it helps others. So put them on the group. It's easier. Right?
Yeah, that insurance, we have to do it online only, Samir?
Yes, online. Let me end the session.
Okay. Okay.
Shanti. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Shri Matre Namaha.